With me I have the ACDP Steve Swart to summarise his views for us on the budget that was delivered by the Finance Minister this afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Swart, for your time. Your views on the budget delivered this afternoon.
Well, the ACDP is deeply concerned about the increase in public debt levels and the debt service costs that are crowding out expenditure on other much needed items like education, like health and policing. If you look at the additional debt now that is taken on by the sovereign debt from Eskom, an extra 184 billion rand and another 70 billion rand, 254 billion rand debt, which means that the total debt is going to escalate over the medium term to 5.4 trillion rand. Now, the debt service costs are about 366 billion rand per year, which crowds out other expenditure. However, of course, there is good news. And the good news is that there has been a tax windfall of almost 100 billion rand. That's tax that has been collected over and above that was projected in last year's budget. And that means there's no increase in personal tax, corporate tax or the VAT, and no increase in fuel levy and the RAF levy, and that's to be welcomed, plus additional expenditure on the social distress relief for the poorest of the poor. So it's a tough budget, but we are looking at how the expenditure is going to be done in a proper and meaningful manner.
Mr. Swart, the energy crisis, giving Eskom all that money, is that the answer to dealing with our energy shortage?
Well, as you know, I was deeply involved in the Eskom energy inquiry at Parliament, and I am concerned that that money that is being given now and the additional debt that the sovereign debt is taken on must be properly spent, and we need to be able to monitor from Parliament side how that money is spent. And it is a concern because we've seen over the years more and more money is being given to Eskom, but it's not been properly spent. So we've got to ensure that it is properly spent, because it is at the cost of every taxpayer. But we know that load shedding must come to an end so that we can have increased economic growth, which will increase revenues and increase jobs in South Africa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Swart.